Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudre. Bolo Shri Radhe Golokananda Bhagwan ki
Jai.
Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Hare Krishna Mayur. Hare Krishna Jai. Oh, Hare Krishna Tarun.
हरे कृष्णा गजेंद्र, कैसे हो?
First class.
हरे
Alright.
कृष्णा एवरीवन.
तो कल हम लोग महाराज निमि के बारे में पढ़ रहे थे, राइट? और जैसा कि हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, वी आर रीडिंग अबाउट द डिसेंडेंट्स ऑफ इक्ष्वाकु महाराज एंड द सूर्य वंश के जो डिसेंडेंट्स है, राइट? इंक्लूडिंग वी ऑफ कोर्स read about Supreme Lord Sri Ram. Yeah, so we read about him and then we are reading further. So after that we are reading about the sons of Sri Ramji, Bharatji, Lakshmanji, Shatrughanji, and then continuously we are going through that. And then we saw between Maharaj Nimi and Vasishta Muni, they gave shram to each other, right? And so both gave up their materialistic body, but then Vasishta Muni took a rebirth, and then Maharaj Nimi, the Devatas, like all the Rishi Munis, asked Devatas to give another body to Maharaj Nimi, but Maharaj Nimi is declining that. And that's what we are reading, right? Maharaj Nimi doesn't want another physical body. So that's what we have been reading, which says Maharaj Nimi continued. Mayavadis generally want freedom from accepting a material body because they fear having to give it up again. But devotees whose intelligence is always filled with the service of the Lord are unafraid. Indeed, they take advantage of the body to render transcendental loving service. Yeah. And so we'll read from Shlok 10 again. Yeah. Anilji.
Deham nam root seham dukha shok bhayavaham sarvatrasya yato mrityurmatya namudake yatha. I do not wish to accept a material body, for such a body is the source of all distress, lamentation, and fear. Everywhere in the universe, just as it is for a fish in the water, which lives always in anxiety because of fear of death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Maharaj Nimi is saying he doesn't want a material body because this is nothing but dukh, shok, bhay, paham. Right? And nice purpose. So let's read this. Mayur.
The material body, whether in the higher or lower planetary system, is destined to die. In the lower planetary system or lower species of life, one may die soon, and in the higher planets or higher species, one may live for a long, long time. But death is inevitable. This fact should be understood. In the human form of life, one should take the opportunity to put an end to birth, death, old age, and disease by performing tapasya. This is the aim of human civilization, to stop the repetition of birth and death, which is called Mrityu Sansara Vartmani. This can be done only when one is Krishna conscious or has achieved the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise, one must rot in this material world and accept a material body subject to birth, death, old age, and disease. The example given here is that water is a very nice place for a fish, but the fish is never free from anxiety about death, since big fish are always eager to eat the small fish. Falguni tatra mahatam. All living entities are eaten by bigger living entities. This is the way of material nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is mentioned here, a couple of important aspects is, in the human form of life, one should take this opportunity, right? Because this opportunity is not there in any other form of life, right? We probably have been through whatever 8.4 million species, right? But this human body which we have got gives us an opportunity to put an end to birth, death, old age, and disease, right? And there's no like dispute here. Everyone goes through this, right? Everyone goes through birth, death, old age, and disease in the material world, right? And what is mentioned here is the aim of the human civilization, the human body, is to stop that. And the way to stop that is by becoming Krishna conscious. That's the process by which one can achieve and go back to Godhead. Once you go back to Godhead, yeah, you get away from this repetition of birth, death, old age, and disease, is what is mentioned. Yeah. Tarun?
Ahastani sahastanam apadani chatuspadam falguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. Those who are devoid of hands are prey for those who have hands. Those devoid of legs are prey for the four-legged. The weak are the subsistence of the strong, and the general rule holds that one living being is food for another. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has created the material world in such a way that one living entity is food for another. Thus, there is a struggle for existence, but although we speak of survival of the fittest, no one can escape death without becoming a devotee of the Lord. Harim vina neva striyam taranti. One cannot escape the cycle of birth and death without becoming a devotee. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.3. Aprapriya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. One who does not attain shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna must certainly wander up and down within the cycle of birth and death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ajay?
Deva uchuh videhu ushyantam kamam lochaneshu shariranam unmeshran nimeshabhyam lakshito adhyatma sansita. The demigod said, let Mahārāja Nimi live without a material body. Let him live in a spiritual body as a personal associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And according to his desire, let him be manifest or unmanifest to common materially embodied people. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So then all the rishis were asking Devatas to give Mahārāja Nimi another material body. Mahārāja Nimi declined that. So Devatas are saying that let him live in a spiritual body. Yeah. Again, a nice purport. So let's read this. Hare Krishna, Rinaji.
The demigods wanted Mahārāja Nimi to come to life, but Mahārāja Nimi did not want to accept another material body. Under the circumstances, the demigods, having been requested by the saintly persons, gave him the benediction that he would be able to stay in his spiritual body. There are two kinds of spiritual bodies, as generally understood by common men. The term spiritual body is sometimes taken to refer to a ghostly body. An impious man who dies after sinful activities is sometimes condemned so that he cannot possess a gross material body of 5 material elements, but must live in a subtle body of mind, intelligence, and ego. However, as explained in Bhagavad Gita, devotees can give up the material body and attain a spiritual body free from all material changes, gross and subtle. त्यक्त्वा deham punarjanmannaiti mam iti, so Arjuna. Thus the demigods gave King Nimi the benediction that he would be able to stay in a purely spiritual body, free from all gross and subtle material contamination. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sachin.
Hare Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead can be seen or unseen according to his own transcendental desire. Similarly, a devotee being Jivan Mukta can be seen or not as he chooses. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yoga Maya Sama Pratah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is not manifest to everyone and anyone. To the common man, he is unseen. Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Grahyam Indriyagi. Krishna and his name, fame, qualities, and paraphernalia cannot be materially understood. Unless one is advanced in spiritual life, Sevon Mukhi hi Jiva Dav. One cannot see Krishna. Therefore, the ability to see Krishna depends on Krishna's mercy. The same privilege of being seen or unseen according to one's own desire was given to Mahārāja Nimi. Thus, he lived in his original spiritual body as an associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Nisha.
हरे कृष्णा
Hmm.
अराजक भयं नृणां मन्यमाना महर्षयः देहं ममन्मथुः स्म निमेह कुमारः समजायत. Thereafter, to save the people from the danger of unregulated government, the sages churned Mahārāja Nimi's material body, from which, as a result, a son was born. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, because Maharaj Nimi's body was saved, right? And there was no king, so all the saints, yeah, there is a process of churning by which Maharaj, a son was born to Maharaj Nimi. Janmana Janaka so Abud Vede Hastu Vide Haje Mithilo Matana Jato Mithila Yena Nirmita. Because he was born in an unusual way, the son was called Janak. And because he was born from the dead body of his father, he was known as Vedeha. Because he was born from the churning of his father's material body, he was known as Mithila. And because he constructed a city as King Mithila, the city was called Mithila. Yeah. So he says he's called as Janak, called as Videha, and then Mithila as a king of Mithila. Anilji?
तस्मादु दावस् सुस्तस्य पुत्रो भूनद वर्धनः तथा सुकेतुस्तस्यापि देवरातो महीपते. O King Parikshit, from Mithil came a son named Udavasu, from Udavasu Nandivadhan, from Nandivadhan Suketu, and from Suketu Devrata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Sukdev Goswami then continues describing the descendants of Maharaj Nimi. Huh? Ajay?
तस्मात् बृहद्रथस्तस्य महावीर्यः सुधृते धृष्टकेतर्वो हर्यश्वो अथ मरुस्ततः. From Devrat came a son named Brihadrath, and from Brihadrath a son named Mahavir, who became the father of Sudharti. The son of Sudharti was known as Drishtaketu, and from Drishtaketu came Haryasva. From Haryasva came a son named Maru. Hare Krishna.
Mayur?
Maro Pratipaksha Tasmaj Krutartho Yataha Devami Das Putro Vishrutota Mahadriti. The son of Maru was Pratipaka, and the son of Pratipaka was Kritarth. From Kritarth came Devamidh, from Devamidha Vishruta, and from Vishruta Mahadriti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Tarun?
Kritipratas tatas tasman Maharoma cha tatsuta Swarna Roma sutas tasya Riswa Roma Vijayat. From Mahadriti was born a son named Kritirata. From Kritirata was born Maharoma. From Maharoma came a son named Swarnaroma, and from Swarnaroma came Harsvaroma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinaji? Rinaji? Sachin?
ततः क्षीरध्वजो यज्ञे यज्ञार्थं कर्षतो महिम् सीता क्षीराघ्रतो जाता तस्मात् क्षीरध्वजः स्मृतः. From Hrasvaroma came a son named Kshiradhwaja, also called Janaka. When Kshiradhwaja was plowing a field, from the front of his plow, Kshira, appeared a daughter named Sita Devi, who later became the wife of Ramchandra. Thus he was known as Sridhwaja. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, you see like how Mahārāja Nimi's son Janak, there was different Janak, and then in the same descendant, as we know, the Janak, King Janak was also born, right? And then, of course, we know how a daughter Sita Devi was born. Yeah. Anisha?
कुशध्वजस्तस्य पुत्रस्ततो धर्मध्वजो नृपः धर्मध्वजस्य द्वौ पुत्रौ कृतध्वज मितध्वजौ. The son of Sridhwaja was Kushadhwaja, and the son of Kushadhwaja was King Dharmadhwaja, who had two sons named Kratadhwaja and Mitadhwaja. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinaji, are you there?
Sriya. Kritadhvajat Keshidhvaja Khandikyastu Mitadhvajat Kritadhvajasuto Rajannatma Vidya Visharadaha Khandikyah Karmatvaggo Tvagyo Bhitah Keshidhvajadrutah Bhanuman Tasya Putro Abhukshattadyum Namastu Tatsutah. O Maharaj Parikshit, the son of Kritadhvaj was Kesidhvaj, and the son of Mitadhvaj was Khandikya. The son of Kritadhvaj was expert in spiritual knowledge, and the son of Mitadhvaj was expert in Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. Khandikya fled in fear of Kesidhvaj. The son of Kesidhvaj was Bhanuman, and the son of Bhanuman was Satyadumna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Sukhdev Goswami ji continues to describe the descendants of Ikshvaku Maharaj and then the Surya Vansh. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Shiva Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Should I read, Prabhuji? Yes. Suchistutat nayastasmat sandvajah suto abhavat urjaketu sandvajad purujitsutah. The son of Satyadumna was named Suchi. From Suchi, Sanadvaja was born, and from Sanadvaja came a son named Urjaketu. The son of Urjaketu was Aj, and the son of Aj was Purujit. Hare Krishna. Arishtanemistasyapi Sruta Yustatsu Pashvarka Tatashchitrato Yasha Kshemadhirmithiladhipa. The son of Purujit was Arishtanemi, and his son was Shutayu. And Shutayu begot a son named Suparshvak, and Suparsvak begot Chitrarat. The son of Chitrarat was Kshemadhi, who became the king of Mithila. Anilji?
तस्मात् समरथस्तस्य सुतः सत्यरथस्ततः आसीदुपगुरुस्तस्मादुपगुप्तो अग्निसम्भवः. The son of Kshemadhi was Samarth, and his son was Satyarath. The son of Satyarath was Upaguru, and the son of Upaguru was Upagupt, a partial expansion of the fire god. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Ajay?
Vasvananto at tatputro yudho yat subhashanaha shrut stato jayastasmad vijayos madrita sutta. The son of Upagupt was Vasantana. The son of Vasantana was Yuyudh. The son of Yuyudh was Subhasana, and son of Subhasana was Sruta. The son of Sruta was Jaya, from whom there came Vijaya. The son of Vijaya was Rita. Hare Krishna.
Varun?
Sunakastatsuto jagne vithavyo drutistatat bahulashyo dhrates stuhatsvasva kritirasya mahavashi. The son of Rita was Sunaka, the son of Sunaka was Vitahavya, the son of Vitahavya was Dhriti, and the son of Dhriti was Bahulasya. The son of Bahulasya was Kriti, and his son was Mahavasi. Hare Krishna.
Nisha?
एते वै मैथिला राजन्नात्म विद्याविशारदाः योगेश्वरप्रसादेन द्वन्द्वैर्मुक्ता गृहीष्वपि. Sukdev Goswami said, "My dear King Parikshit, all the kings of the dynasty of Mithila were completely in knowledge of their spiritual identity. Therefore, even though staying at home, they were liberated from the duality of material existence." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So the whole dynasty of Mithila, starting from Mahārāja Nimi, right, was described. And they say Yogeshwar Prasadena, they were all liberated from the duality of material existence. Nice purpose. So let's read this. Mayur?
This material world is called Dvaitya or duality. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya 4.176 says, Dvaita Bhadra Bhadra Jnana Sabha Manodharma, ei bhala, ei mand, ei saba brahma. In the world of duality, that is to say, in the material world, so-called goodness and badness are both the same. Therefore, in this world, to distinguish between good and bad, happiness and distress, is meaningless because they are both mental concoctions. Manodharma. Because everything here is miserable and troublesome, to create an artificial situation and pretend it to be full of happiness is simply illusion. The liberated person, being above the influence of the three modes of material nature, is unaffected by such dualities in all circumstances. He remains Krishna conscious by tolerating so-called happiness and distress. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So he remains above the influence of three modes of material nature. What are those three modes?
Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun.
Yeah, right. Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. Mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, mode of patience. And someone who is living above those three modes, right, is unaffected by all the dualities of happiness and distress, is what is mentioned, right? Rinaji?
This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 2.14. Matra sparshas tu kaunteya sitosana sukha dukhada agampaino nityas tamas titikshva bharata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance is due course, and are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perceptions, O scion of Bharat, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Those who are liberated, being on the transcendental platform of rendering service to the Lord, do not care about so-called happiness and distress. They know that these are like changing seasons, which are perceivable by contact with the material body. Happiness and distress come and go. Therefore, a Pandit, a learned man, is not concerned with them. As it is said, Gatasun agatasum cha nanu suchanti panditah. The body is dead from the very beginning because it is a lump of matter. It has no feelings of happiness and distress. Because the soul within the body is in the body's concept of life, he suffers happiness and distress, but these come and go. It is understood herewith that the kings born in the dynasty of Mithila were all liberated persons unaffected by the so-called happiness and distress of this world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. And then this ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 9th canto, 13th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Dynasty of Mahārāja Nimi. Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
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 Yeah.
Prabhuji, a quick question. Mahārāja Nimi was the son of Ikshvaku.
No. Mahārāja Nimi was not son of Ikshvaku. He was in the descendant of Ikshvaku. Yeah. Right? If I'm right. Yeah.
Well, in the first text itself, it says
Okay,
after
yeah. Actually, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So earlier, before this chapter, we are also reading the sons of Ikshvaku, the different descendants, and now then we are reading. In this chapter, we read about Mahārāja Nimi's dynasty, also son of Ikshvaku. Yeah.
Yeah, but my point was that, Ramchandra ji is also from Ikshvaku Vansh, right? So Sita ji and Ram ji both were from Ikshvaku Vansh itself.
I mean, I think the whole world is from.
Yeah, if you
Vaivasvat
see,
Manu that way.
whole
Yeah.
world is from Brahmaji's.
So it is called, so the trees have been, spreading. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
something.
All the nine rishis,
I
right?
think
All the
Sitaji was found in this thing, right? In a field, right? She, I think
Sitaji.
she was just
Sitaji was not born actually, so
yeah.
He found in the agricultural field. We read about that quickly, right?
yeah.
In one of the shloks, we read that Janak Maharaj found Sita Devi, who became
Yeah, in that case, like even Janak Maharaj, who was also like, not born in a natural way, right? He came from his father, churning of his father's body,
No, no.
Mahārāja Nimi.
So that Janak Maharaj was different Janak Maharaj, and then there's
Oh,
this, yeah, yeah. And then in 3 or 4 descendants, then you have Janak Maharaj, who was actually in the Ramayana, the Janak Maharaj we know, right?
okay. I was like thinking that, oh my God, like
Yeah,
we always thought of, knew about Sita ji's,
yeah,
like, appearance from Mother Earth, but even Janak ji was also born in
yeah.
a special
No,
way.
no,
But
yeah, right. So
thank you,
not this.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of history. I think what Sukdev Goswami ji has done, he has tried to summarize everything for Parikshit Maharaj, right? And we see that like even the whole Ramayana, like on Lord Ramchandra, has been summarized in like 2 or 3 adhyayas, basically. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So we'll continue reading, right? And we'll start chapter 14, which is about King Puru Rao, enchanted by Urvasi. Yeah. So let's continue reading about that. Sachin?
श्रीशुक उवाच अथा ततः श्रूयतां राजन् वंश सोमस्य पावनः यस्मिन्नेलादयो भूपाः कीर्त्यन्ते पुण्यकीर्तयः. Srila Sukadev Goswami said to Maharaj Parikshit, O king, thus far you have heard the description of the dynasty of sun god. Now hear the most glorious and purifying description of the dynasty of the moon god. This description mentions kings like Alya, Rava, of whom it is glorious to hear. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's glorious to hear all the descendancy, and we heard about the Surya Vansh, and now Sukdev Goswami is explaining about the Somasya Pavana, right? Som is the moon, so the moon god. So that's what we are going to now read. Shiva Prabhu?
सहस्रशीर्षः पुंसो नभिहृद सरोरुहात् जात्स्यासित सुतो धातुरत्रिः पितृसमो गुणः. Lord Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, is known as Saharsha Risha, Shaharshisha Purusha. From the lake of his navel sprang a lotus on which Lord Brahma was generated. Atri, the son of Lord Brahma, was as qualified as his father. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we know everything came from Lord Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, right? Who is also known as Sahasra Shirsa Unso. Yeah, is the Purush, like the topmost Purush, right? Purushottam. And then we know that unki Nabhi se Brahma ji aaye, right? And then Brahma ji is one of the sons is Rishi Atri. Yeah. And Rishi Atri was saying as qualified as his father. Yeah. Pitra Samo Gune. Anilji?
तस्य द्रग्भ्यो अभवता पुत्रः सोमो अमृतमया किल विप्रोषद्युद्गुणानां ब्राह्मणा कल्पितः पतिः. From Atri's tears of jubilation was born a son named Som, the moon, who was full of soothing rays. Lord Brahma appointed him the director of the Brahmanas, drugs, and luminaries. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So see how the moon was born from the tears of jubilation of Atri Muni, who was son of Lord Brahma. Right? Nice purport. So let's read this. Mayur.
According to the Vedic description, Soma, the moon god, was born from the mind of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Chandrama Manaso Jataha. But here we find that Som was born from the tears in the eyes of Atri. This appears contradictory to the Vedic information, but actually it is not, for this birth of the moon is understood to have taken place in another millennium. When tears appear in the eyes because of jubilation, the tears are soothing. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur says, Dragbhya Ananda Shrubhya Ata Evam Vratam Maya. Here in the word Dragbhya means from the tears of jubilation. Therefore, the moon god is called Amrit Maya, full of soothing rays. In the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 4.1.15, we find this verse. Atre patne anasuya trin jagne suyashaha sutan datam durvasamam somam atmesa brahma sombhavam. This verse describes that Anyasuya, the wife of Atri Rishi, bore three sons, Soma, Durvasa, and Dattatreya. It is said that at the time of conception, Anyasuya was impregnated by the tears of Atri. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So if you remember, actually in the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we read about Rishi Atri and how he had three sons, right? The Som, Durvasa Muni, and Dattatreya Maharaj. Yeah? Ajay?
Soyajad Rajasuyen Vijitya Bhuvanatram Patni Brihaspate Darpat Taram Namaharad Balat. After conquering the three worlds, the upper, middle, and the lower of planetary system, Soma, the moon god, performed a great sacrifice known as the Rajsuyag. Because he was very much puffed up, he forcibly kidnapped Brihaspati's wife, whose name was Tara. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Tarun?
Guruna
Yeah. Tarun,
Yachito Bhikshan Naso Madatah Natasya Jata Taskrute Jagye Surdanava Vigraha. Although requested again and again by Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigod, Soma did not return Tara. This was due to his false pride. Consequently, a fight ensued between the demigods and the demons. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nisha?
Shukro Brahaspater Dveshadagrahita Sasu Haro Guru Sutam Snehat Sarvabhuta Ganavritah. Because of enmity between Brihaspati and Shukra, Shukra took the side of the moon god and was joined by the demons. But Lord Shiva, because of affection for the son of his spiritual master, joined this side of Brihaspati and was accompanied by all the ghosts and hobgoblins. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So because of that, a fight started between Devatas and Rakshas. Because as you know, Shukra is the guru of all demons and Brihaspati ji, guru of all Devatas. Right? And Shukra took the side of the moon god because moon was fighting with the Brihaspati Maharaj. Yeah. Rinaji?
देवगणोपेतो महेन्द्रो गुरुमन्वयात् सुरासुरविनाशभूत समरस्तार कामयः. King Indra, accompanied by all kinds of demigods, joined the side of Brihaspati. Thus there was a great fight, destroying both demons and demigods only for the sake of Tara, Brihaspati's wife. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Sachin.
निवेदितो अथ अथाङ्गिरसा सोमं निर्भर्त्स्य विश्वकृत तारां सर्वभद्रे प्रायच्छ दन्तर्वनीमवैत पतिः. When Lord Brahma was fully informed by Angira about the entire incident, he severely chastised the moon god Soma. Thus, Lord Brahma delivered Tara to her husband, who could then understand that she was pregnant. Hare Krishna.
You have to.
त्यजाशु दुष्प्रज्ञे मत्क्षेत्रादाहितं परे नाहं त्वां भस्मसात् कुर्यास्त्रियं शान्तानिकेशति. Brahaspati said, "You foolish woman, your womb, which was meant for me to impregnate, has been impregnated by someone other than me. Immediately deliver your child. Immediately deliver it. Be assured that after the child is delivered, I shall not burn you to ashes. I know that although you are unchaste, you wanted a son. Therefore, I shall not punish you." Hare Krishna.
Anilji.
रज्जात वेडिता तारा कुमारं कनकप्रभं स्पृहामङ्गी रसश्चके चक्रे कुमारे सोम एव च. Sukadev Goswami continued, by Brihaspati's order, Tara, who was very much ashamed, immediately gave birth to the child, who was very beautiful, with a golden bodily hue. Both Brihaspati and the moon god Som desired the beautiful child. Hare Krishna.
Ajay.
Mamayam na tavai yuchais smina vividmanayo papachu risharyo deva nevauche vidita tusa. Fighting again broke out between Brihaspati and the moon god, both of whom claimed, "This is my child, not yours." All the saints and demigods present asked Tara whose child the newborn baby actually was, but because she was ashamed, she could not immediately answer. Hare Krishna.
Well.
Kumaro matram praha kupita alikal lajya kim na vachsayadaha vrate atmavadyam vadusha me. The child then became very angry and demanded that his mother immediately tell the truth. "You unchaste woman," he said, "what is the use of your unnecessary shame? Why do you not admit your fault? Immediately tell me about your faulty behavior." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Arun.
Brahmatam ta rah ahyu yes sam prachitcha santavayanam somasyate aha sanakahe somastam tavad agrahit. Lord Brahma then brought Tara to a secluded place, and after pacifying her, he asked to whom the child actually belonged. She replied very slowly, "This is the son of Soma, the moon god." Then the moon god immediately took charge of the child. Hare Krishna.
Nisha.
तस्यात्मयो निरकृत बुध इत्यभिधां नृप बुद्ध्या गंभीरया येन पुत्रेण पोडुराणमुदम्. O Maharaj Parikshit, when Lord Brahma saw the child was deeply intelligent, he gave the child the name Buddha. The moon god, the ruler of the stars, enjoyed great jubilation because of this son. Hare Krishna.
So Buddha, yeah, Buddha is the child of moon. Yeah, Rinaji.
ततः पूर्वा यज्ञे इलायां य उदाहृत तस्य रूपगुणोदार्यशीलद्रविण विक्रमान् श्रुत्वोर्वर्षेन्द्र भवने गीयमानान् सुरर्षिणा तदन्ति कमुपयाय देवी स्मरशरार्दिता. Therefore, from Budh, through the womb of Ila, a son was born named Pururva, who was described in the beginning of the 9th canto, when his beauty, personal qualities, magnanimity, behavior, wealth, and power were described by Narad in the court of Lord Indra. The celestial woman Urvashi was attracted to him. Pierced by the arrow of Cupid, she thus approached him. Hare Krishna.
Sachin?
मित्र वरुणयो शापदापन्ना नरलोकताम निशम्य पुरुषश्रेष्ठं कंदर्पमिव रूपिण धृतिं विष्टभ्य ललना उपततस्थे तदन्तिके स तां विलोक्य नृपति हर्षेणोत्पललोचना उवाच क्षणया वाचा देवीं हृष्टतनुरुहः. Having been cursed by Mitra and Varuna, the celestial woman Urvashi had acquired the habits of a human being. Therefore, upon seeing Pururava, the best of males, whose beauty resembled that of Cupid, she controlled herself and then approached him. When King Pururava saw Urvashi, his eyes became jubilant in the ecstasy of joy, and the hair on his body stood on end. With mild, pleasing words, he spoke to her as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I think we'll pause here. Yeah. And we'll continue to read about Som's dynasty, right? King Moon's dynasty. So pause, and for next 6 to 7 minutes, we'll hear the Kirtan Hare Krishna chanting by Endradas, who used to lead like 24 hours Kirtan in New Vrindavan temple. Yeah. Like he's the one who started the 24 hours Kirtan in Vrindavan, sorry, not New Vrindavan, in Vrindavan, right? The Krishna Balaram temple in India, Vrindavan. Yeah. So we'll hear next 6 to 7 minutes his Kirtan. Yeah. All right, so this was the Kirtan led near the Radha Kund in Vrindavan by Andhra Prabhu. And he has a lot of, like, if you search for Vrindavan Mellows, he has a lot of nice, blissful Kirtans. Very soothing to hear. That's cool, and have a nice long break now. And I will see you back on Tuesday. Yeah. See you back on Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Yeah.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
everyone.
Hare Krishna.